Today is March 21st, 2021. There's a season and episode here somewhere, 512. All right, we're on the 12th episode of season 5. It is spring. Finally, I was so happy when I realized that yesterday. And with me today is someone who I have been basically just stalking, trying to get on the show for the last 6 months. And he finally did a face reveal, which means we can have him on. It is Viced Rhino. Hello.
Hello. Hi. How's it going?
It is.
I'm excited to be here.
Going good. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. Guys, okay, theists, listen up, okay? I know you like to call in here, especially creationists, especially people who want to talk about, evolution and fossils and geology and biology and all that good stuff. And I have told you multiple times I'm not an expert, right? We have somebody who is, well, I would call him an expert. I don't know if Feist would agree with that assessment.
Layman expert. Lame expert.
Expert, exactly. Someone who talks about a lot.
Layman expert. Lame expert. I'm a lame expert.
We'll run with that. That's awesome. So if you have questions, especially around things like creationism or the flood or anything in that Genesis area, definitely call in today because this is Viced's specialty. Viced, tell us a little bit about you. What's your show? Why are you here?
Yeah, so I run a show called Viced Rhino on the YouTube channel of the same name. I mostly deal with creationists. I also do like arguments for God occasionally, or I'll talk about like morality, like secular morality, things like that. But it does primarily focus on creationism. Viced Rhino is itself an anagram for Eric Hovind because I'm just bad at coming up with usernames. So when I was creating my channel, I was like, well, wouldn't it be funny if I had like an anagram for a creationist name? And Eric's was the first one I popped in, and Viced Rhino came out and I liked it. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you've watched Talk Heathen for any length of time, you will know that one of the people that I send everybody to is Viced Rhino. So the fact that you are here on the show, ready to have these conversations with me is super exciting. I do want to get into something that's a little less exciting just because these are our friends. Something's going on right now, and I know we're both kind of fired up about it, and I would feel bad if we just started the show without acknowledging this first. So a couple of days ago, our friend Owen, y'all might know him as Telltale Atheist, the channel, his daughter is legally recorded her health instructor at her public school talking about God and how LGBTQ people are, bad, and you can't be moral without God, and, sex is a sin, and all of this really religious rhetoric, and also fully acknowledging the fact that she was breaking the law and that she was trying to get away with it. Owen put that out. He got FFRF involved. FFRF got on that shit right away, which was awesome. But they are now currently targets in their hometown. They are currently in basically hiding, trying to survive the number of Christians who are out for blood, essentially. There was a protest at Kylie's bus stop.
This is adults. It's important to recognize these are adults that are harassing a 12-year-old girl, a child who stood up for her constitutional rights. And now adults are getting in here and being like, oh, we need to go protest at her bus stop. And
they released her phone number. So they had to change that number. They doxed Owen. So this is really, really bad. And yeah, we would be remiss if we did not bring this up as the atheist community of Austin, whose main goal, our main function, is promoting positive atheism, but also that separation of church and state. And this is what that is, right? If this was a private school, it would be a different conversation, but this is a public school with a teacher who knew that she was breaking the law, and people are getting mad at the fact that a 12-year-old girl exposed this criminal activity, essentially. So I just want to raise that. If you guys want to go over to Telltale's Patreon, maybe donate, maybe, reach out, just let them know that they're not alone. This is a scary time for them and for all of us. We don't always talk about the danger of what we do, but there is a certain level of risk that we all, as relatively public figures in the atheist community, just kind of take on as a result of being outspoken and standing up for our rights. So kind of this is what we do. This is what the ACA does. This is what Viced does on his channel. This is what Telltale does. And we all need to look out for each other and make sure that we are being supportive where we can.
Absolutely. And if I could just add, one of the main accusations that's coming against Telltale right now is that he's using his daughter for clout. He's clout chasing and using his daughter to that end. He debated and deliberated for days about whether or not to make this public, whether or not to get people to make a stink about it. He went to lawyers first. They went to the FFRF first. They went through the proper channels, and using this for clout was like the last thing on his mind. If anything, he was thinking more of using this situation to bring awareness to it, to make sure that the kids in his town are having their constitutional rights respected. So it's just a horrible situation all around. My blood is boiling. It's hard to not scream.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of anger, just indignation among his friends. And I hope that you guys, feel galvanized to do something about this, even if it's just, donating a couple of bucks, because I know that they're in the process of moving and there's a whole lot going on there. So they can really use the help if you want to do that today. If you also want to donate to the ACA, and this is the part where I give you the spiel, the Atheist Community of Austin is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, which means that we run on donations alone. So if you are interested in helping us continue to fight for the separation of church and state and the promotion of positive atheism, you can donate either through YouTube or you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/talkheathen to me. 2/3 of the way through the episode, we will be naming our top 5 donors. So if you want to donate, we refresh every time to make sure that we're up to date there. And then after the show, we are going to be, Viced, unfortunately, we don't have people to join us on Discord, but I will be there to kind of wrap things up as we get ready for the nonprofits at 3. All right. If you guys want to call in, I do want to make sure you have this number because really there is no excuse to not talk to Viced about creationism. That is 512-991-9242. Or if you are outside the US or just don't feel like picking up a phone, you can visit tiny.cc/callth and that'll put you in touch with our call screeners. All right. I'm ready to jump into some calls. How are you feeling, Viced?
I'm good. I see one on line 2.
All right. You want to take line 2?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.